Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is a mid-monthly reading for January 2019, and it focuses on the areas of love and relationships and career and finance. For the reading, the love and relationship portion, I will be using the Wheel of the Year Tarot by Los Scarabeo, and I'll also pull a Romance Angels card. And for the finance portion, I use the Gilded Tarot by Sarah Marchetti and pull an additional oracle card from the Life Purpose deck. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading. If you're interested, all of the info can be found in the description box below this video. I would also encourage you, if you haven't already, to take a look at your 2019 overview. It's a special reading that I put out at the beginning of each year, and it just gives you a good idea of what's coming up, during each month of this year. So I will put the links for those as well in the description box below the video. All right, so I will stop for now, and we'll see each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Hi Taurus, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your mid-monthly reading. So we'll start off with the career and finance part of your reading. And you have in the past position the 8 of Swords, followed by the 8 of Cups, and the outbound energy, the 2 of Pentacles. Now from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of the month, you have the King of Swords. And your Life Purpose Oracle card is Freedom. It says you are free to do what you choose. Which is interesting because, you begin your spread with the 8 of Swords, which is a card of, not of freedom, right? Of being imprisoned. It's the complete opposite. And we also have dolphins here, and the dolphins appear on the outbound energy card, right? The 2 of Pentacles. So we'll get to all of that in a second. But starting off with this 8 of Swords, the suit of Swords, it deals with the intellect, the mind. It's where we come up with our ideas. It's also how we communicate those ideas to other people. And you can see that the woman here, she is blindfolded. So for whatever reason, she is, she's unable to see the situation for what it is. She doesn't want to see, or, she might not want to see the truth in a situation. She has her hands tied. She's imprisoned, right? But she could actually get out of this situation. But for whatever reason, she feels as though, there's no way out. And this does appear in the, the career, the finance part of your reading. So for some of you, there could be a feeling of, feeling entrapped within, the work that you do. This could be within your job. Maybe you've been wanting to move on. You feel as though you're stuck there, sort of imprisoned. Maybe it pays well, but maybe it doesn't really fulfill you emotionally. It's not kind of what, on a soul level, what you would like to be doing. But for whatever reason, you feel as though, you're kind of stuck there. You don't really see a way out of that job, moving on to a better one. But you have coming in after it exactly that, right? You have this walking away. The 8 of Cups is one of the 2 transition cards in the Tarot. The 6 of Swords, 8 of Cups, both of them speak of leaving behind something, right? In search of something better. And so typically we think of, even though there's this, he's heading into the unknown, which can be a little scary, he no longer, he no longer wants whatever this situation represents for him. So at some point in his life, right, or within this job, you've had, or you've tasted, all of the cups here. At one point they satisfied you, maybe when you first started working at the company or wherever it is that you work. You might have been happy, but it's just, sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes it's just comes a point where you've outgrown that place, or it's time to move on, or you end up feeling, sort of trapped. And like, if I don't do something now, I'm just going to be stuck here forever. So there is a walking away here. So it seems as though, you do move out of this Eight of Swords energy to this moving on, right? And interesting because we have the full moon behind him. So, we are looking at the last couple of weeks of the month, and we do have the full moon coming up more towards the end of the month. So this could be more towards the end of January. And then you're weighing things up, right? This Two of Pentacles, it's a card of balance. It's a card of decision. It's a card, twos in the tarot can speak of choices, right? One thing or the other. So weighing two things up. They can also have to do with balance, right? And you can see that he's balancing the two coins, sort of juggling them. He's created this rainbow out of them. We have the water in the background. We have the dolphin here, so representing kind of the intuitive side, even though this is earth energy. But what is it that you truly want to do that is going to bring you this, this rainbow, this happiness? What is it? And you might be weighing these things up. You could be weighing up two jobs. There could be. You could be, there's this walking away, but you could be weighing up two jobs. You could be weighing up or sort of juggling different areas of your life. Maybe you are branching out on your own, and so you have to stay at least for the beginning part of this new job. You have to sort of stay where you're currently working and do the other job as well. So you're juggling both of these jobs. But with the King of Swords as the overall energy, this is, it's very, he's a very strong type of energy, right? He's very good at communicating. He's very intelligent. He's very rational. He's good at making decisions. He's good at, if there is a conflict, if you're trying to, maybe with this walking away or deciding to move out of that particular job, if a conflict does arise, he's the perfect person to handle that situation, because he always, he turns to his intellect, he turns to his intelligence, to diffuse, a situation. He doesn't allow it to kind of, to become something like turn into an argument. No, he uses his intellect to sort of diffuse that situation. And so, you might be just very, very sharp, using your words, making this decision, kind of cutting through, he's good at sort of cutting through any type of confusion. But you have two swords cards, 1 cups, 1 pentacles. And you actually have 2 eights. 2 eights in a reading has to do with new knowledge, right? And we do have this, intellect as sort of the main energy. So there might be new knowledge coming in. For some of you, you might be this juggling. It might be you taking extra courses, or, going, like you're juggling your job with taking some additional courses that might get you out of this current work situation, because the suit of Pentacles is earth energy. And so it deals with, the tangible things here in the material realm. It has to do with the work that we do, the money that we earn, our home, our family, our resources. And it can also be education, right? So sometimes there's this, this could be you juggling, going back to school, which will, is something that you need to do in order to move on, or to have a, move into this new career that you're trying to move into. Let's have a look at the Freedom card. Hold on, let me find my guidebook. And Freedom says, here we go. This card is a gentle reminder that you are not a victim of outside circumstances, and that you have choices in everything you do. The angels are helping shift you away from complaining that you are a victim of others who control you. Instead, heaven is shining the light upon your wise decision to take responsibility for yourself, your life, and your happiness. As you accept the role you have played in creating your present circumstances, you feel a corresponding sense of relief and freedom. The insight of self-responsibility frightens some initially, as it seems to carry the weight of blame. The angels help you see that blame is a waste of time because it focuses upon past events. Instead, they empower you to envision a bright today and tomorrow for yourself and your loved ones. You have the right to change your life. You needn't wait for another's permission to take charge of your destiny. Trust your feelings to guide you toward activities and a career that are meaningful and fulfilling in every way. And that's definitely, I mean, it does tie in with what I was picking up initially with this. Sometimes this is the, it's like feeling entrapped, or, but it's almost like she, somebody's doing this to her, and it is this kind of, like she's not in control of anything here, right? So there could have been a situation where now it's like you're ready to, this is you here, ready to walk into this brand new future, right? And it could be one that does bring in, greater balance. This could help, maybe it will bring in a greater balance in your finances, right? It could offer you more. It could pay you more money. Just to throw it out there, the King of Swords can also be somebody who you go to seek advice, right? And it does sit as the overall energy. So there could be this King of Swords individual coming into, playing a significant role over the next couple of weeks. If so, this would typically be an older air sign individual, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, male or female. And, he can appear as sort of a lawyer. He could be, somebody that you go to seek counsel. He can also be somebody like, and this father figure could be your father, the father of your children. But he's usually somebody, since he is so, he's such an intelligent person, he's good at giving advice, right? So you might be seeking out advice from this person or counselor as you make this or begin to make this transition out of this one job into this brand new, opportunity for you. So it looks very positive. Let's move on to your love and relationships. Now you start off with the Nine of Pentacles. It's followed by the Ten of Chalices, Ten of Cups. The outbound energy, you have the Queen of Wands. And from the bottom of the deck, you have, as the overall energy, the Two of Wands. And from the Romance Angels deck, you have Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So starting off here with your, the Two of Wands is the overall energy. The Suit of Wands, and you have two wands, one cups, one pentacles. So no swords in this part of your reading. But the Suit of Wands deals with the day-to-day matters in life. It can have to do with, our jobs. It can have to do with creative endeavors and projects. And then it's our own drive and determination, ambition and passion for the things that we do in life. The twos, like I was talking about up here with this Two of Pentacles, they can be decisions. And usually this Two of Wands, it's a crossroads card, right? It's usually referred to as the crossroads card, and it shows somebody kind of staring down the, two paths, and that person needs to choose which path they're going to go down. It has to do with you sort of actively taking control of the situation, right? Because it's only you who can decide which path is the right one for you. And so, it's a very empowering energy. And then it's about, once you make that decision, just heading forward very confidently in this new direction. Now, in this particular deck, it is a little different, right? And you can actually see it always makes me think of Jack and the Beanstalk when I see this card. Has nothing to do with Jack and the Beanstalk, but with the big bean on the card, that's what it makes me think of. And it's actually called Working in the Fields, is the name of it in this deck. And it has to do more with collaboration. You can see that we have the couple here, and they're just working hard together, right? They're working toiling the land. They're, working together. You can see the progress, the bean, it's sprouting up there. So it's a card of collaboration. It's a card of stability and alliance and balance, right? And so it's this partnership type of energy surrounding this. And that's what you have as the overall energy. So there could be, over the next couple of weeks, you could be working, with a partner. Obviously, we're looking at love and relationships, but, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It can be, your partnerships. It can be your friendships. There just might be a focus on working with somebody else. So this, collaborative energy surrounding you. It could be, you working with your partner and a focus on working together, doing things around the home, doing things, maybe there are things outside in the yard you have to get ready, even though we're still in winter, so it's not actually, springtime when you do get outside more, but still there could be this, working on things together around the house, and, lots of collaboration. But you start off with the Nine of Pentacles, which is, it's a very sturdy, a very independent energy. It has to do with you having created the type of life that you've always envisioned for yourself, right? And you can see that the man on the card, he's in this very lush looking vineyard, and he's picking all of the grapes, and he has this basket full of them, coins all around him. So it's very lush, he's worked hard, he's put in the hard work and effort, and he's now, reaping the rewards of his hard labor. So within obviously we're looking here at relationships. Within a relationship reading, the Nine of Pentacles, in this particular deck, the Nine of Pentacles is called the Harvest, and it has to do with fulfillment and accomplishment and security, and well-being. So this could be, if you are single, this could just be you feeling very, very secure in the life that you've created for yourself, right? If this is you in a relationship, this could be the relationship is really, you're really enjoying everything that the relationship has to offer. It's very abundant. There's a lot of, going back here, this collaboration. It's like there's a lot of very stable, very positive energy surrounding this this relationship, right? Accomplishments. You could be celebrating even something within the relationship, and it's followed by this other beautiful card, the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Chalices, which is like the happily ever after card. It's the happy home and family. It's about, the relationship that begins with the Two of Cups, right? The Two of Cups, the soulmate card. It's them finally, reaching this 10, which 10s in the tarot are culminations, they're endings. So this is like the ultimate in happiness, in, emotional abundance, in security. Again, security coming through, security here, that's this beautiful, happy family life. It can be this sort of collaborative team spirit. There's a lot of collaboration coming through, and stability and fulfillment. And then you have this Queen of Wands as the outbound energy. So this could be the your partner. This could be the mother of your children. Could be your mother. Right, if we're looking at it more just on a relationship side, instead of romantic. But this would typically be more of an older fire sign individual, even though she's a queen here, could be male or female, but an older fire sign. So Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. And, typically this Queen of Wands, she's very vivacious, right? She's very exciting. She's usually quite attractive. People are, very charismatic. People are sort of drawn to her. And she's, in this particular deck, she's called the Lady of the Hearth. And she's it's like she's here at her home. She's taking care of people, right? And everything looks very, I mean, look how happy she looks. I love this Queen of Wands in this deck. So that could be just, over the next couple of weeks, a real focus on the home and the family and, the relationship that you do have with your significant other. If you are, in a current relationship, everything is just very abundant and just very happy. There's a lot of, everything is very full of life. And you can see, I mean, on all the cards, everybody is just very, very happy looking. Look how happy all three of them look. I'm smiling looking at the cards. Look, everybody's just so happy, so peaceful. So it looks just like, a great, very calm kind of next couple of weeks. There might be a significant focus on the family, doing more things together as a family, playing games together, playing board games, doing things around the home, cooking, making dinner together. And I do get this is more like a big, a family type of thing, even though the card that came out, honeymoon, we would think of it as more of a romantic, right? You and a significant other, but the cards are really focusing more on family. Now, if this is just you and your partner, and I'm getting this is more for people who are already in a relationship, this could just be, you. Again, this collaboration, it's like you're on equal footing here within the relationship. It seems like it's just a very balanced relationship. Both of you giving and taking the same, it's not one person is just putting in all the effort, It's not just like one of them here is working. They're both working together, And so there's a real collaboration, this collaborative effort going on. It looks so happy. Let's take a look at your let me find my guidebook. Here we go. Let's take a look at honeymoon. It says, this card indicates the need for a getaway to nurture romantic love. The specific application of this message depends upon the person who is inquiring. For some, this card has a literal meaning. You're going away with your new spouse following your wedding. For those already in a long-time partnership, this card speaks to reigniting the spark by taking a romantic honeymoon. It can also relate to the honeymoon period of a new relationship, and for still others, this card indicates that you will meet someone special while on a vacation. Okay, so I think that, this could be putting the spark back into the relationship then. So, right, if there has been more of a kind of a focus on the family as a whole, there might be a need to, have a little weekend getaway with your significant other, right? And put that spark back into the relationship. That could help, right? And if you are not in a relationship, there might be an opportunity, right? If you have been single, this is the sort of the single person's card. If you have been single for a while, there might be an opportunity for you to, meet your significant other while on vacation. So even if it's just a trip to the, I don't know, like if you don't live by or in the capital of the state or wherever you live, maybe take a trip to the capital, just like a day trip. It doesn't have to be an expensive, elaborate vacation, but just getting out, going, doing something. You might end up meeting somebody if you are single. For others, it's getting the spark back. So however you look at it, it's just very good energy for the last couple of weeks of the month. So I do hope that the messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again. Just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.